blah blah. But I need to do the introduction. I'm gonna edit this out. Trust me,
All right.
I'm the best. I'm the best editor. I'm just kidding. I could barely even like edit out my curse words, bro. Like there was like a long pause of like a second. It was like, what the, and then it was just like go silent.
I
Yeah,
should probably find a GIF PFP just to make when I talk my profile picture moves as well. Whatever.
you can do it right now.
I know. Let me find one.
Yeah. Okay. Let me. Okay. Okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Eddie, and welcome back to Night's Podcasting. And the GIF's not working, bro. But today I'm here with someone new, a guest. Snoopy cannot be here; he's our co-host. But we have Zay. Introduce yourself, man.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Zay Cruz. Anything else I can go on? Because that's. Oh yeah, I'm a junior. I really got nothing else to say. That's all. Like,
yeah, I figured this would happen. So. I mean, this is your first podcast, man. Like, this is like you'll get used to it, man. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, we're here. Thank you for everyone for watching. Like and comment your age this time. Last time I said to comment your height, but I said I was 7'11". You guys didn't reciprocate that well because even though I am 7'11", but yeah, put your age in the comment. I'm 10 years old and 16 years old on a good day. Okay. Yeah, man. What got you on the podcast? Like, what got you into joining the podcast club in the first place, man?
I really can't recall, but one of the main reasons is just like meet new people, just talk about random stuff since I need to start socializing again since my social skills are pretty bad to be frank. So I just figured like, hey, podcast, we can talk about stuff that I might find interesting, and if not, then I can always make things work. Just talk about random stuff.
Are you in any other clubs besides podcast club or no?
I'm in Rainbow Club, and I decided to join filmmaking club for this semester. Couldn't do last semester because of marching band. So
that's nice. Okay, I'm in a podcast club and also, if you know, the Key Club as well, the community service club. But yeah, let's quit talking about school and club related stuff and talk about our life. How was life growing up? Like, was it easy to make new friends, and like did you have any trouble like fitting in with other people?
I mean, considering like I've moved like a lot when I was a kid until I think it was on my birthday of 2013. Yeah, 2013, where we decided to move back here. It was very hard to fit in, but well, it took me like a few years to find my group, and then once middle school hits, we kind of distanced ourselves, and then I found a new group that I still talk to this day. So,
were you born in California?
Yeah, I was born in California, and then in 2008, 2009, I believe, my parents decided to move to Colorado, and it was quite of an interesting move because, like, at that time, this might get. Do you mind if I get a bit personal?
Yeah, we can edit out if you want, but yeah,
that's cool. So, around the same time when I was like 3 or 4, that's when my parents noticed something interesting about me. So they got me tested, and I got diagnosed with autism. And one thing that kind of shocked me is since this is like more of an outdated term, like there's at the time when I got diagnosed, it was like there was autism and Asperger's, which is now an outdated term since it's like Asperger is like high functioning while autism was low functioning. So it was like when I first heard about it, it was like it definitely didn't affect me in a way because I didn't know what it meant, and I still don't know because it's a lot to take through. But around 2013, it was much. I got a sense of comfort. Like I moved back to like forget about my entire diagnosis for the entirety of middle school. So I was like struggling, and I like didn't know why. And it was like, oh, and then my parents reminded me, it's like, oh, you have autism. I was like,
oh man.
So that explains everything. It was like,
I mean, you seem pretty cool, dude. Like again, you said like it didn't really like. How was
No, while
Colorado?
giving you,
I want to talk. Oh, wait. You can continue.
oh,
You can continue. You can continue. You can continue.
yeah. So I forgot what I was gonna say, but I think it was like when I have a, it was give, I was given a different perception of what life. So I was like, oh, so this is how things work, and it never really worked for me. So I decided to go like against the societal norms and like go with whatever fits me best. And while I try to fit in with society, I have a nice balance of like being true to myself and just fitting in as well. Not to Colorado. It was an interesting story. It's an interesting story because
How long have you been living in Colorado? Can I ask?
I mean, so I think it's like 2008 to 2013. So it was like 5 years.
So you're like, that's how was Colorado? Isn't like Colorado cold? And like I heard like the elevation is like very high. I don't know, man.
It's really cold. It gets really cold. I'll admit.
I had a B- in geography, so like, yeah. And also, I've never seen snow before, so yeah. Yeah. Moving on. Speaking of states like Colorado, what did you like California or Colorado better in your opinion?
I mean, I prefer. Huh. I mean, a lot of stuff happened during Colorado, so it's like, while there's some bad memories, there were some good memories as well. But overall, I prefer California better, and I don't regret moving back there since it feels nice just being back in my home state. And
Do you prefer the weather? Do you prefer the weather in California or Colorado?
that is very tough, but it's like when it's really cold, it's really cold. But I don't say it's like New York cold. It's like close to that, but it's like it's not there.
Yeah, speaking of states, now that you've like praised like wait, I forgot your answer. Was it California? Did you like California weather better or Colorado weather better?
I prefer Colorado, but I like living in California more.
Okay. Now that we know that, what do you think is the best state? This is gonna be the question I ask like all my podcasters.
You know, if I was rich, I would say California, but considering how like I still have some memories in Colorado, so that's like one place I actually had experience besides Utah, but that was like for marching band, and it was like it wasn't for a week, so I really can't say much. But Utah's pretty cool as well. But I say between California or Colorado, I'd definitely say Colorado just because it was a lot more affordable, but at the same time, it was a long time ago, so I don't know how things are now. But when you mentioned the best state, I find it's kind of funny because all I think is who lives in Montana or Wyoming. That's like those two states are not in the question. They don't deserve to be in the conversation. And I'm just saying, like there's nothing over there.
That's man. You don't know, man. There might be aliens, bro. You don't know. You considering it's so unknown, we don't know that. You know, like, yeah. I'm a pretty good theorist. I should become what's it called? I don't know if there's a job profession that is like theorizing stupid ideas, but I could be the first one, man. But yeah.
You never know.
I kind of liked when you said where you like California, like if you were like rich, like California would be the best state. But like what makes California so special to you? Because like for me, like I've lived in California all 16 years of my life, but like until like I went to like San Francisco, like it wasn't really all that. Like considering we live like not in really like near to like we don't really live in like a kind of like a city area like New York or like San Francisco. What makes it so special to you?
I guess that's what the memories that I was able to make with my family since I was really distant and I was with everything in Colorado, especially since my parents are divorced basically, but it happened during Colorado, so it was really tough. So it was hard to like connect with my family and considering how everyone was like dealing with it, and considering like we had to move out and be renting with other people in order to like just live and survive. It was kind of tough, but
And I hope
with Colorado, with California, it was like I'm just glad I was able to live somewhere. It's like well, yeah, I wouldn't say the apartment is the best thing. I stay with my comfort level. I really appreciate it. So.
Oh, that's pretty good, man. Moving on. Do you like? I was this is might be those stupid top 5 stupidest questions asked on this podcast. But I was gonna say, do you like anime? Like, we
No, I
both have
hate it.
Luffy.
I
Yeah, we
definitely,
both. Yeah,
I absolutely hate anime. Like the art style is trash, but
we
definitely not
both.
say that with the anime profile picture to represent the irony. But yeah, I like anime. I wouldn't say I'm a big fan because they're like I have.
Aren't you like caught up in One Piece? Like the anime that has like 1,000 episodes. Like
What do you
so.
mean in the anime? I'm caught up in the manga.
But isn't that it's still pretty long though? Like how many chapters is One Piece?
I think currently there's like 1,037.
Okay, okay. Not long, okay. But yeah, for me,
Long if you're a fast reader, so
I wanted to talk about like kind of like the burnout of watching anime because I would say personally like I was a pretty avid fan of watching anime in like 2020. Yeah, 2020 where yeah, my first anime, like my real first anime was Erased. Have you heard of Erased?
yeah, I've heard of Erased. I have
Yeah.
but my
I don't know.
my siblings enjoyed it, so I might check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty good anime. And after that, I went on like a spree of just watching like shoujo romance anime, especially in addition to just reading romance manga. I don't know why, but yeah, I was a pretty down, atrocious, you could say, anime fan. And like, I also like watch like other anime in general, such as like popular ones like Hunter x Hunter, One Punch Man, Mob Psycho, Psyche K, like those type of like anime. But like after a while, like I don't know about you, but like I kind of got burnt out watching anime or even like reading manga in general. I don't know why, but yeah, like around like 2021, I just stopped completely. Have you heard of the anime manga Rent a Girlfriend?
Oh, don't remind me, please.
Oh my. Okay. Let me add on to that. Have you also heard of Domestic Girlfriend?
Anyway, this is how do we end the podcast right now?
Okay.
Like I think I've heard of every anime because of my friends. They know about it and they go into detail just to ruin my day. It's hilarious.
Okay. Now that you know that it's like pretty bad, like that kind of was like on the cherry on top of like just me, just like not watching anime anymore. But yeah, do you ever feel like burnt out just like consuming anime? Because like I feel like like at the end of like nowadays, like I kind of like watching like real shows like what's a real like with humans in it, not like cartoons. I don't know. It kind of sounds weird like, with humans.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I heard it's good. I heard Breaking Bad's good. But do you ever have like a burnout like just watching anime or consuming it?
Oh, I wouldn't say I was an avid watcher. Like I didn't watch a lot of anime, but I definitely was burnt out during quarantine just because like we had nothing to do, so we could just watch TV all day, and it was like at some point it was gonna get boring, and yeah, it kind of got boring, and it was just moments where I just stared at the ceiling, just doing nothing besides listening to music, since that was the only thing keeping me sane.
Do you have any podcast recommendations? Like, or did you just like recently just get into podcasting?
I just recently got into podcasting.
I suggest. Have you heard of Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan, familiar name, but
I suggest you like he's a popular he's a fighting commentator. He commentates fights, but also he has one of the most like popular podcasts on especially on Spotify. Do you use Spotify? Yes. He's he has like over like 1,000 episodes of just like with a bunch of celebrity like people like he hasn't even met yet, and like I kind of want to branch on top of that of like how like I got into podcasting was of him because like I've listened to Kanye West Joe Rogan podcast for six times, and the podcast was 3 hours long, and I just it was like so addicting.
Wow.
Man. Yeah. Do you like? I don't know. Like, do you ever listen to podcasts, or is it just like you said like staring at the wall, like listen to music? Because like
Stare at the wall, listen to music. Well, I've definitely am missing out on Joe Rogan because I've seen some of his highlights. I'm like, I really am missing out, and probably because like I want to preserve time and everything. Just like until I have the time to like actually watch them. Besides like pulling the all nighters, I'm not gonna watch Joe Rogan for a good 2 days until I change until I decide to like watch it during work.
I mean, podcasts are like a way to like listen to like in the it's kind of like background noise. As you said like you like your favorite genre of music is just noise. So it's like it's kind of serves the same purpose, but like not like sometimes like in like the 1 hour in like 30 minutes like 20-second frame, like there will be like a funny joke that you'll hear like that like you'll have selective hearing of, and then you'll just chuckle, and that's like one of the most underrated things of listening to like long podcasts like Joe Rogan because like it's not really like you're not very like watching the entire thing. You're like kind of like it's kind of like doing like your like homework or something and just hearing like a conversation in the background. It's kind of familiar with that. So yeah, Joe Rogan, a great podcaster. Yeah,
I'll definitely get around to him at some point.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the next topic. Do you have any future aspirations?
Like what I want to be or something?
Yeah.
Well, we did want to brief about this earlier. I say there was like 2 career paths. Just because, like, one, I've been passionate about music since the discovery of Daft Punk in 2010, which I didn't mention Daft Punk, but there you go. And psychology, just because, like, autism and just in general, like, just wanting to know about how our mind works and everything. Just
that's understandable. I want to become at first, man, like I kind of chose like the basic route of like the top foreign like paying jobs, like a doctor or like a engineer. What's another high paying job? A freaking a lawyer or something. I don't know, but yeah, I was kind of looking into like the medical field, and I'm still like kind of focused on that. But yeah, I'm still looking into like pharmacist. So I kind of just look at it as like a chill job, just like prescribe medicine. But like I know that like it's gonna take a lot of work for me to even like get a job or like get that degree, because it like if you can't just like mess up and give someone like wrong like medicine, like you can't just give someone what's a like opiate. Is that a leak? No, I'm pretty sure. Don't you get prescribed opioids like as like a painkiller?
I believe so. Let me see. Opium.
Yeah, but all I heard about opium is just like in a negative way.
Yeah, I was gonna consider. So I was gonna consider like a high paying job, but at some point I was just like, wait.
Mm-hmm.
Something was acting like so like checking. We're good, but I was gonna do like a high paying job, and it's like I was 6 when it happened. I was like, and if I saw like what it was about, I was like, no. It was like I was like I was like a 6 years old. I was like, more money. I would like to make a lot of money. And then when I saw the career path, like, no, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. So same one, like kind of like was like you said, like you wanted to be a psychologist, but like a psychologist does like I'm pretty sure it takes like a very long time to become. Do you understand that, right?
Yeah, like I think it's like 8 years. Or like around 6+ years in order to become one. Or like if you want to become a psychiatrist, it's like it takes longer than that. So
do you know the difference between a psychologist and a psychiatrist?
I think the psychiatrist like is the one that provides prescriptions for people who just need help. But I believe that's the difference. But
and also
not,
you said like
I'm not very sure.
Also, you said like you had like a lifelong dream of like being like a musician, or like you're like real into music. Are there any career paths like of course there's like always career paths like a singer, like you might blow up on like TikTok with a song or something, or like a SoundCloud rapper. But I don't really know, like I don't have any like career paths in mind that like maybe like a producer or something as like a musician, if you were ever to like go down a career path like pursuing music, how would that look like?
I mean, it depends, because like I started appreciating jazz a lot recently, so I might become a jazz musician and just be like performing music in general. But like being like an artist where if I was singing, yeah, no, I can't sing for the life out of me. I'm so bad. And while yes, I could practice, it was like I don't really see myself becoming a singer regardless. But hey, who knows? Like that might change for next year, the next month or so. So who knows, really?
Okay, comparing those like high paying jobs as like things that like, oh, like I'm probably just doing this for the money, and also like and I mean compare that to like a job that like you actually love, but like it doesn't really pay that much. Would you rather like this is gonna be like our closing questions, but would you rather work at a job that pays a lot of money but you're not happy at, or work at a job that doesn't pay as much but you're happy about it? Because like I received a mixed response about this on the previous podcast.
I say I definitely take a job I'm happy with but with low paid. So it's like, you just think it's I don't care how much you're paying me. If I don't enjoy it, I won't even last an hour. Compared to like if you pay me little but I love the job a lot, who cares what I'm doing at the very moment? If you need me to cover a shift, I'll gladly do so without a second thought. Just like I work.
You said becoming a chef.
A chef?
You said something about you said something about chef. I misunderstood what you were saying, but what were you saying? You're gonna continue.
Here's the thing, because I work at currently working right now, and well, I wouldn't say, because like I'm a minor, so I'm not expecting like $1,000 every week. But while I do enjoy my job a lot, it is unfortunate that I'm not working a lot. I only work 1 day a week, so it's like it's whatever really. But considering like they raise the pay, like I'm like, damn, $1, an extra $1 that could that extra $1 could help me a lot. But so
I always kind of wanted, like, as I'm like, of course, like I'm underage and I'm not an adult yet, but I kind of wanted to like work at like a boba place. That seems like very generic. But like,
I mean, I don't blame you, because you're like, I saw this one boba place. I forgot where it was. It was
Ding Tea. Yeah, Ding Tea.
They were like hiring.
Yeah, like them.
Like, damn, I wanted to join so badly, but I was like, the reason why I joined this place is because it's nearby the school, so it's just convenient for me. Like, I have school. Like I have work after school, but I could just walk there and just like there. I'm here working, and then work for 3 hours and
3 hours. Oh my god, bro! I don't know. I never had a job before, unless like it's counting if a job counts for me as like helping my dad out, like preparing, like working at being like a busboy at a restaurant or something. But yeah, I at the Ding Tea place you were talking about, like there's a lot of like teenagers, like there's a lot of youth in there, and that's kind of like why I kind of wanted to like consider joining it.
It kind of makes sense because like, well, it's because boba. I like boba a lot, so, and two, like I get to work with people that are around my age, possibly a bit older. It's like, yeah, I might have a chance to connect with these people and just like have fun conversations while we work over for like a few hours. So
what's your favorite flavor of boba?
That's the thing. I try out different boba. Like when I go to a boba place, I try out a different flavor every time. just wanted to get every taste before I decide like, yeah, this is my favorite.
Do you prefer more of a fruit flavor or like kind of like a, I don't know how to like to describe it, like sweet, like kind of like vanilla type of, that's a very bad description, but like, do you like fruit, like, do you like fruit flavored boba or like, how can I say this, like the opposite, like sweet, like sugary type of flavored boba?
I mean, it kind of depends. Like, one was like, oh, I'll take a sweet boba, and then another one is like, oh, I'll take a mango, please. So,
Really? I heard like there was like I went to a place recently and it was like my sister ordered a mango boba and like like the boba pearls were like made out of mango. I was like, what the heck, man? But yeah, I think I would rather go to like buy like a 99-cent Arizona. No offense, like do you like fruity boba or like the sweet boba? I just asked this question, but I kind of want
I prefer sweet boba.
True. I do too, man. I do too. But yeah, man. This connects to us talking about high paying jobs, but you not being happy, but and also working at a not like a non high paying job, but you're happy. So, but do you think money buys happiness?
To an extent, yeah, because like there's this thing to describe happiness, and it's called utils. Like, shout out the odd ones out for that, but it's
What
like
was that reference? What was that reference?
the odd ones out. He mentioned like a thing that measures happiness. It's called utils. I'm not sure if that's pronounced properly, but
That's okay. You can continue. You can continue. Oh my god, I can't speak right now.
Trust me, I can't speak when it comes to school. So, but like, it's like if there's one thing that's just really expensive, but you really like it, but you can also afford it. It's like if you want it, go for it. But at the same time, it's like best to preserve some money. So, it's like it depends. Like if you think this will make you happy, go for it, cause
that's a very good. That's a very good. Answer because like the previous guest on the podcast said they would rather go for the high paying job and not being happy because in their logic working at a low paying job, like it's something you love, but like at the end of the day, man, like life doesn't care if like you like love something. You gotta make money to like get by, you know. So like his logic was that if you work at a high paying job, at least you're like maintaining a financial stability. But if you work at like a kind of like a low paying job but you love, like you'll kind of like create, how I'd say, like a spite for it because you're not really like, it's not really like benefiting you. How do you think about that? I mean, how do you feel about that?
I mean, that's a very understandable perspective because like, yeah, you kind of need money to survive, and that's like for me, it's like, yeah, I need the money to survive, so I'll just find some place where I can like live and maintain everything. So it's like I'm trying to sell it in with what I can afford, while being happy at the same time. Because like I can be a billionaire, have a mansion and everything, but the job I have is just like complete dog water, and just like
yeah, I feel you, but in my opinion, I didn't answer this question, but for me, I rather take the high paying job, to be honest. Like, cause like at the end of the day, man, I'm looking at like my financial stability, and also like, of course, like my happiness is not gonna gonna be at 100%, but at all times. But I'm thinking about like my family, like my future, like how I'm gonna provide for my children and like my future generations of grandchildren, you know. But it's like also like I don't think I'm just gonna like work at that office. I mean that like maybe if I like work at like as a software engineer and like I'm not particularly happy with that, but like I feel like I could like at the end of the day like still like have like some connections and some friends and branch out and like yeah, like you said before, if you like if you like something that's like probably expensive and if that makes you happy, you should buy it. And like that's kind of like my logic. Yeah, that's kind of like my logic. Like I will never like go out and just like spend like all my money. Like you got to preserve, and that's like yeah, that's my logic to it.
Yeah, that's what I will do. Just because like I'm looking at some laptops just for. I would just for everyday uses and just get a gaming PC once I get older. But with right now, with my friends who knows a lot about technology, I can really save a lot of money and just be happy with what I have. So, and because like, if I'm gonna get a laptop, I'm not gonna like get the most expensive laptop. So it's like I'm gonna get something like that's reasonable. It's like it's mid. It's like in the mid range, probably like 1,000, 2,000 is like. If I want something, then I'll and it's like I might get it. It look good, and if I were to test it and enjoy it, then yeah, I just make that solidifies my decision. Whether it's like it costs a bit much, and there's like no other options, I'll probably take the high price option. But like, it's really hard since it's just like,
Yeah, I think that's a good note to end off the podcast. What would your message be to the people out there listening to us? What makes you happy? For me, my message to the audience is what makes you. I mean, do what makes you happy. I think that's pretty generic, but what about you, man?
It's a pretty good statement, just because it's like because if you're not happy with what you're doing, then you need to find a way to like change it and see if there's a better opportunity, whether like you're losing pay or anything. See how you could go with it at first, and if you want to, I wouldn't say suffer, but like deal with the pain and deal with like the unhappiness. It just varies too if you're willing to go for the change or not.
100%. Yeah, man. This has been a pretty. I would say. I think this has hit the 40-minute mark, man. How do you feel right now? I mean, you did it, man. This is a whole on conversation, but people are listening to it. So, did you feel any like butterflies while recording this?
I wouldn't say butterflies, but just a massive sense of relief that I was able to go through with this and not freak out midway through. So.
Hey,
I'm
man,
just really happy that I was able to go through this and not sleep through it.
Hey, man, I feel you. But yeah, thank you guys for listening to the Nights Podcasting. This is Eddie and my guest. This is my guest. Come, what's your name, man?
Oh, yo, Zay.
Yeah, here with Zay, and thank you guys for listening to our episode 2 of the podcast. I'm looking to do more podcasts with future guests as well, and hopefully my co-host Snoopy returns. But thank you guys for listening to Night Podcasting, and I'll see you guys next time.